Hi Aquarius, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you some oracle messages. So thank you so much for joining me. And please do keep in mind this is general, so just take what resonates and don't stress over what doesn't, all right? And this is timeless, so whenever you find yourself guided or drawn to this reading, this video, it's most definitely meant for you. And I do want to remind you and thank you in advance for liking this video, leaving me a comment down below, and subscribing to this channel if you haven't done so already. Now, as well, if you're looking to book a personal reading with myself, the options are down below. Just reach out via email and I'll get that started for you, all right? And more importantly, the overall message I received for you for this reading, people just love you. People just love you. Let's aim on down and pull some cards. So we're going to begin by pulling the spread from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. We're going to stick to just this deck, given it is an oracle spread, all right? Let's do some initial shuffling. People just love what you have to offer is what's coming through right off the bat. You have a quirky, spunky, but peaceful, I got this kind of attitude about you and vibe you're giving off. Don't change it, okay? But it does feel like you have the ability to adapt to whoever and whatever comes your path, comes your way, crosses your path, or you just feel you have to sort of potentially even overcome. Interesting. For my lovely Aquarians to begin this oracle spread. Okay, not taking it. I'm going to go with these ones. Alright. We have Fox Spirit, think on your feet, and Elephant Spirit, learn from your past. But we're going to reverse them. This is for the center of your reading. Being pushed to remember that you have a past full of ups and downs and successes and failures, but it all makes you who you're meant to be. It all makes you this wise individual, this personable, relatable individual that people are feeling very drawn to these days, and even more so will moving forward, which is going to bring you in a lot of opportunities, a lot of new connections in general, new situations that leave you with just a lot of options in general. And so you're going to, with this Fox Spirit, need to think on your Aquarian feet to just kind of sort through who and what is going to work for you, okay, moving forward. Keeping in mind how you've changed so much over time, I'm hearing to trust that beautiful Aquarian intuition all the meanwhile and not allow for your past to get in the way, but to utilize it to your advantage, okay? I do have, or interesting. We have transformation is beautiful, the butterfly spirit at the bottom of the deck, as well as be peace. And I feel like, again, that's part of the reason why people like you. There's something chill about you. Not all the time 24/7, but you have the ability to be the peace in a situation, or to maybe calm somebody down, or remind them the beauty of being this level of hope and peace. But you're reminded all the meanwhile that's part of your transformation and part of your individual. I feel like maybe a death and rebirth, or just a transformation in general, preparing to show people who you truly are. If you've been kind of holding back a little bit recently, is people just naturally being drawn to you and feeling as if you're very interesting, intriguing. I'm hearing interesting as a beautiful thing, but I do feel like at times you come off a bit overly serious with this owl spirit. You see clearly now. And so I feel as if you just are coming off as this individual who has a lot going on, but all the meanwhile you handle it well, or you handle it behind closed doors, behind the scenes. You know more than you want to give off. You just are this person who sorts through things in their own way, which inspires others, which makes people want to know more. The mystery about you, which came out in Taurus's reading, which you might want to watch. It intrigues people once again. It's you knowing more than you want to give away, being strategic, but wanting to also just remember all the meanwhile that you need to think on your feet when it comes to what you know, right? When you see clearly as to who or what's going to weigh you down moving forward, discard that or them. And I know that sounds kind of harsh, but you can do it in a way that you've learned from the past to just kind of in a polite, mature way, or just in maybe, I even want to say a sneaky way, allow for those situations to no longer be a part of your future, or your situation in general. And I feel like they're saying of your life. But learn from the past when it comes to what you see clearly at this point. You will find that moving forward, and even in your present day situation, you start to see your past a lot more clearly. It's like the options from the past that you declined or didn't work out, the relationships, the friendships, even the things that came full circle and still didn't work out, it all starts to feel more understandable. You start to see why this didn't work out, why this worked out, all right? But all the meanwhile, you're just being reminded that you're one strong individual, and there is at times going to be moments with the seahorse spirit where you're going to need to watch and wait. Okay? Watch and wait for things to pan out, watch and wait for certain results to come in. You will sort of need to watch and observe. Okay? Not always, it's like that balance between needing to think on your feet, but also needing to watch and wait and allow things to transform the way they're meant to. Maybe watching and sort of taking a step back and observing to see people's true motives, to see how they will fit into your life moving forward, even if they've been with you for a while, or to watch and wait and see if a situation is going to be appropriate or fitting for you moving into the next chapter of your life, or to finish up the one you're in now. But it's, again, finding that balance between being strategic while thinking on your feet and waiting when necessary. By trusting your intuition and feeling things out, you'll know when the right time for each is, or a middle ground. All right, people will respect that. But with learning from your past, touching base, based upon the watch and wait, it's about learning from the past when you move too quickly, right? But also learning from the past when you held back for too long. Okay. And also learning from the past if you're looking for an approval or sort of something to go through, and how you sort of got anxious or maybe a little bit on edge, wanting the anticipation of all of which, wanting it to happen quicker, and it just took a little bit longer for it to go through. And all the meanwhile, you look back and you're like, I should have just relaxed and allowed for myself to put in the necessary effort, but just wait for it to happen in a positive manner. All right. With the crow spirit coming out, co-create with spirit, a push to think on your feet when side by side with the downloads, the messages you're receiving, to co-create with them, understanding that they see a lot more behind the scenes than you do, hear more behind the scenes, potentially, if people aren't maybe 100% trustworthy, but all the meanwhile being pushed to remember that they see certain people that are going to benefit you moving forward, and others that are not going to. Okay, to remember that people do just simply love you at this point and want what you have to offer. But all the meanwhile, that just gives you more of an upper hand, the ball being in your court, the choice, if you will. So that doesn't mean that you choose and go with everybody who loves you and be a people pleaser in that sense. Um, but it just means that you need to be decisive, right? And figure out from what you've been through, the ups and downs, who and what's going to work for you moving forward. But again, we were more so talking about energies, people, okay? Spirit will help you even more so have that upper hand. Some forewarnings, if you will. With the wasp spirit coming out, as I struggle to say it, the struggles are something to embrace, okay? Sometimes life stings. You will find that there are certain stings that you have dealt with in the past that will come in handy moving forward. You may deal with a similar sting, and it's like, well, damn, how does this keep happening to me in a different situation? Because you didn't learn the karmic lesson, or you just need to sort of, it's like a test from the universe to put that lesson to use, to know better, not to stick with something that's going to be unhealthy, or just to kind of remember how strong you are, right? To remember that the next chapter is going to be 10 times better. You will see that all of the lessons and the difficulties come into play moving forward. And with the cow spirit, you're reminded that there are so many miracles in your life at this time. They're endless. You're going to be viewed as this, look at this imagery. You're not going to be viewed as a cow. Please don't take it in that manner. But there's something sort of strong about your presence moving forward that I feel like a lot of people took advantage of or didn't see within you. But you see how there's flowers all around, there's a feather, there's something spiritual, something delicate about you at the same time. And that's part of why people like your um, presence, your energy, your vibe, who you are, who you're becoming, because you're not just one type of person. You're multifaceted, but you have this sort of balance between this strength and this delicacy about you, okay? And I feel like you're a very spiritual individual, even if you don't know that or want to admit it, okay? I mean, you are drawn to tarot readings, at the very least this one, or oracle reading, okay? So there's something spiritual about you. And with the grasshopper spirit coming out, you're being pushed to moving forward. Take a leap of faith, giving you see a lot clearer than you used to. Move towards what feels fresh and new, but doesn't mean you have to leave everybody and everything behind. Again, just be smart. To co-create with spirit when it comes to this leap of faith, and to stay within a royal mindset all the meanwhile. Do you see the way the cards are coming out? You're the first of the 12 signs to get this kind of imagery and layout. It's looking like a pyramid, okay? I'm hearing sandcastle. There could be something tying back to your childhood, or wanting spirit wanting you to take on a playful mindset at times, an approach to a situation, maybe the leap of faith. But all the meanwhile, whew, at the center of your reading, you are gaining your power back. You're being pushed to reclaim your damn power, Aquarius. Um, and allow yourself to they almost pushed me to say Aries. I don't know if it sounded like that, but you are taking on a very Aries sort of leadership way about you. And some of you may not love that, but with the number 44 coming out, you're standing in your power once again and will moving forward even more so. And it's allowing people to take you seriously. But just remember the balance of all of which. Don't forget that delicate sort of loving side of you, because it again is a huge part of why people are attracted to you. But your power is definitely something people will look to in a very serious manner, and allow yourself to remember that as you move forward, people simply love you, and that's why situations and opportunities are flowing towards you effortlessly. It's time to decide. The ball's in your court because you are one interesting individual. All right? So I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to book a personal reading with myself. Just shoot an email to me, bear with me. And I hope you have an amazing day, week, and month. Sending you so much love and light, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, Aquarius.